ancient evil has returned from the realm of the dead to take revenge for the curse placed upon it. This young man is the last hope, but he doesn't even know how to hold a sword. He has 7 days to learn how to kill monsters. Otherwise, everyone will die. In the Middle Ages, a knight from the ancient Order of the Falcons locks a powerful witch named Malkin inside a large cage and buries it deep underground. The witch begs for mercy, but the man refuses to listen and rides away on his horse. Many years pass. As the red moon begins to rise in the sky, the witch regains her power and escapes from the cage. The knight who once imprisoned the witch has now become an old man. His name is Gregory, and he spent his entire life working as a witch hunter, a slayer of all kinds of monsters. Gregory's apprentice, a young man named William, finds his master and asks for help. There is a girl in a neighboring village who is supposedly possessed by a demon, and she needs to be saved. Gregory refuses and fights off anyone who tries to stop him from sitting in the tavern and drinking. The old man appears to be a professional fighter and can battle just as well as the young soldiers. However, after his triumphant victory, Gregory finally agrees to help and sets off on the road with William. He takes his axe, bow, and a silver net, and soon finds the possessed girl. The man begins performing an exorcism, and before long, a dark entity separates from the girl's body. It takes on its true form, and Gregory recognizes the witch Malkin. The man realizes that she has escaped from her prison. That's very bad news because she is incredibly powerful. Gregory and William try to capture Malkin and throw a silver net over her. The witch transforms into a dragon, but it doesn't help her much. The weakened Malkin is placed inside a cage, but the cunning witch manages to pull William inside with her and deals with him using her magic. Gregory sets the cage on fire, but Malkin quickly breaks free. The man swears to find the evil witch and avenge his apprentice. A young, poorly dressed guy named Tom runs through the forest. He is hunting a deer but can't catch it. Tom is found by his younger sister Kate, who reminds him to feed the pigs. Tom sometimes experiences strange visions. One of the images he sees is Gregory. These scenes are not just figments of his imagination. They are real. Gregory is actually searching for Tom and soon arrives at his home. The reason is that the youngster is the 7th son of a 7th son, which means he possesses great power and is worthy of becoming Gregory's new apprentice. The man is even willing to pay a large sum of money for him. Tom agrees to go with Gregory. His mother gives him her necklace as a farewell gift, urging him to wear it all the time as a protective talisman. Tom leaves his home and sets out on a journey with his new master. Meanwhile, Malkin returns to her stone fortress high in the mountains. There she is greeted by her loyal sister, Bony Lizzie. As it happens, she was once captured by a witch hunter as well, and now she looks quite frightening. Using powerful magic, Malkin restores her sister's beauty and rebuilds her half-ruined fortress. Gregory and Tom arrive in a town. The old man sends his apprentice to the market, while he himself hurries to the nearest tavern. Tom spots a tied-up girl being led to the town square. Her name is Alice, and the townspeople believe she is a witch, which means she is destined for the stake. Tom realizes that this girl has also appeared in his visions. He declares that he's a witch hunter's apprentice and claims that he will personally deal with the witch. The youngster leads the girl away from the crowd, cuts the ropes on her hands, and sets her free. The girl smiles mockingly and tells Tom that he won't last long because he is too kind. Alice also asks him to keep their encounter a secret. It turns out that this sweet girl is actually Lizzie's daughter. The witches sent her to the town to spy on Gregory. Alice's father is an ordinary man, so her powers are not very strong. Malkin announces that the centennial blood moon will soon rise in the sky, making her the most powerful witch in the world. Nevertheless, she needs a large army to seize power over the entire world. Gregory and Tom wander through a forest filled with ghosts in the middle of the night. The old man confesses to his apprentice that they are destined to fight the Queen of Witches. Tom suddenly has another vision and loses consciousness. When the youngster comes to his senses, he realizes they are already traveling by boat, and now they have one more companion. The third person is Tusk, Gregory's assistant. However, he doesn't look very much like an ordinary human. Gregory takes Tom to his mansion, which is filled with weapons and books. The old man admits that he is the last surviving member of the once great Order of the Falcons. Training a new apprentice usually takes 10 years, but Tom has only 7 days, since the blood moon will rise in exactly a week, and Malkin will become unstoppable. Later that night, a fiery armored skeleton attacks Tom. The guy has to use all his strength, agility, and cunning just to dodge its attacks. Soon, Gregory joins the fight and defeats the monster. The old man scolds Tom for not being able to defeat the skeleton on his own and begins teaching him how to use different weapons. The youngster even shows some progress from time to time. Gregory tells Tom about Malkin's servants and explains how to defeat them. For example, every witch hunter should carry a knife, salt, iron, a copper tincture, and silver, and of course, a flask of alcohol, as it helps drive away fear. Meanwhile, more and more warriors join Malkin's army. Alice confesses to her mother that she doesn't want to obey the Queen of Witches, and Lizzie promises to protect her daughter. Gregory, Tom, and Tusk set out for Malkin's fortress. In the middle of the night, Tom approaches a lake and sees Alice in the water. The protagonist realizes she is a witch, but he also understands that he is falling in love with her. Alice feels the same way. Unfortunately, a witch and the man who hunts witches are hardly the best match. Morning comes. The main characters hear the ringing of bells. A group of armed riders appears on the road. They are looking for Gregory. It turns out that a local inquisitor has captured one of Malkin's servants, a vicious werebear named Urag. This creature has already sent many witch hunters to their graves. A fierce battle begins, during which the werebear constantly changes his form. Tom helps his master defeat the monster. Now he is supposed to burn it, but the youngster lacks the courage, so Gregory does it himself. Alice walks up to Tom. She reveals that Gregory was in love with a witch many years ago as well. Hearing this, Tom kisses his beloved. Alice suggests that they run away and start a new life together. At first, Tom agrees, but then he has a vision in which Malkin defeats Gregory and destroys the entire world. After that, Tom returns to his master. Gregory admits that he really did have a relationship with a witch, and that witch was Malkin. That's why instead of eliminating her, he could only imprison her in a cage. Gregory reminds his apprentice that a witch hunter must never show mercy to witches. The protagonists continue their journey. Before long, they are attacked by a huge boggart, an incredibly strong underground monster with a nasty temper. It smashes trees in its path and forces Gregory and Tom to jump into the river from a massive cliff in order to escape. However, it doesn't help them much, as the boggart jumps after them. The boggart grabs Tom and drags him to the bottom. Moments later, the youngster and the monster are swept down together over a massive waterfall. Miraculously, Tom manages to survive. Bone Lizzie appears before the protagonist with a sword in her hands. Luckily, her attack is deflected by the amulet Tom's mother gave him. The furious Lizzie flies away. Tom returns to his master and shows him the talisman. Gregory recognizes it as the Umbran Stone, which increases the power of witches. It once belonged to Malkin, but one day her assistant stole the stone. Because of this, Malkin's powers weakened, and Gregory was able to capture her. Only then does Tom realize that his mother is also a witch. The Queen of Witches learns about what happened, and orders Alice to steal Tom's amulet. If the girl does it, Malkin promises to spare his life. The Queen of Witches and her army avenge the werebear Urag by destroying the town where he was executed. Tom's family happens to be in this very town as well. The protagonist's mother joins the battle. She defeats the warlock Strix, but her power is not enough to stand against the Queen of Witches. Malkin mocks her former assistant and sends her to the afterlife. Soon, Alice finds Tom again and begs him to go with her. Gregory shows up and intends to destroy the witch, but Tom saves his beloved and helps her escape. Tom then realizes that Alice has stolen his amulet. The main characters rush after the witch. They are attacked by Malkin's servants led by their leader, the warlock Radu. They capture Gregory and throw Tom and Tusk off a high cliff. The youngster has another vision. His mother informs him that since he is both the seventh son of a seventh son and the child of a witch, only he possesses the unique power needed to defeat Malkin. By the way, Tusk also survives the fall. The witches gather for a grand Sabbath where Malkin tries to seduce Gregory. Alice is told that her beloved is no longer alive and she falls into despair. She tears Tom's amulet from Malkin's neck, and the Queen of Witches loses part of her power. Malkin becomes furious and transforms into a dragon. Bone Lizzie also turns into a dragon to protect her daughter. Tom shows up and joins the battle against Malkin's servants. Alice sides with him. Tom takes back his stone, and his powers increase many times over. Gregory breaks free from Malkin's magical influence and joins the fight as well. The Queen of Witches defeats her sister but sustains injuries in the process. Gregory finds Malkin and tries to imprison her in the cage once again. The witch grabs the old man with her claws. Tom appears and hurls his blade at Malkin. The witch releases Gregory and collapses weakly onto the bed. Tom takes a burning torch and sets the room on fire. Gregory places a special brand on Tom's hand. It's the mark of the ancient order of the Falcons. Alice realizes that she and Tom will never be able to be together, so she says her goodbyes. However, they both believe that they will meet again someday. Gregory leaves his apprentice and asks him to be a good spook. As a farewell, the old man advises Tom not to follow the rules blindly, but to listen to his heart. The sound of bells rings out. It is a sign that someone urgently needs a witch hunter.